Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully load our home page and also we successfully complete our logout portion, right? So now I want to do, if you go to our page, so right now we don't need this, better I remove everything. I don't want to make you confused, okay? I remove everything. So in our app post, into the app post URL, what exactly we did? We did our, that is our path. So into the path area, I load our home, right? And also if you go to our main URL, into the main URL, that is our account. So with these accounts, I have loaded our app logging URLs. If you go to our app logging, into the app logging URLs, so that is our edit, right? So in our view, that means into the view area, I have created one of the function name as the edit profile. That means in our app logging, and if you go to our view, into the view area, I have created one of the function, that is our edit profile, right? And into the edit profile, I render our profile.html. So if you want to access that profile.html, first of all, you have to add that accounts, right? That means first of all, you have to add that accounts, and after that accounts, that will be our edit, right? If you go to our accounts, and after that accounts, it should be directed to our app logging URL. That means that is our app logging URL, and then it should be added that edit. And when it should be added that edit, like I just click as enter. Now you can see it's now perfectly loaded our which page. It's now perfectly loaded our profile page. So that will be our edit, and that means it will be directed to our view and our edit profile. So that is our view, and in our edit profile, that is our function. Here I load our profile.html. That means in our app logging, if you go to our template, into the template, that is our app logging, and into the app logging, that is our profile.html. Right friend, I hope now in particular this position you should very much clear about it, right? So into the app profile, here I load one of the form. So that is our all that form data. So now I want to update it. Because of all, here I didn't put any condition for the update, right? So if you want to update it, then what exactly we have to do? We have to work in our view, into the view in our this area. That means in our this function area, we have to work. So previously I get all that our data from our user profile, and then also I load our form, that is our edit profile form, and also I add all that our current user data, that means current user instant data. So right now for this current user, they have no data, right? So now I want to update it. So if you want to update it, its condition will be just like that same before. I think you already remembered that part. That means I put on the if condition, and then with this request, it should be as a method. Right, with this method, first of all, it should be check it that is post or get method, because of all from our form. So that is actually our post, right? And also they have some of the image tag. So right now that will be first of all, it should be check, and then I take another variable as a form. Sorry, it should be as a form, and then I want to do with our this edit profile. So with our this edit profile, this class, with this class we have to pass our requested post, right? That means the request, and then our request will be as a post. And then also here, as I told you, when you pass any image, okay, when you pass any image, then you have to also add that request as a files, right? So now I want to pass that request. Our request will be as a files, so that will be as a files, right? Make that sure you add it. And also after that, here we have to pass our current user data. Because of all, that is all that our current user. Right now I'm already logged in, so that is our current user. That means this instance current user data. So now I have to pass it. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. And after that, we have to check it. That means we have to check with our if condition, if our this form is valid, is underscore valid. So first of all, I want to check it with the valid, and then I want to save our this form data. I save it, and I just make our commit. That means commit means it should be save this data, right? So I want to make it commit, and commit is equal to true. That means it should be save this data. So it should be save this data in our database. And after that, I want to load it. That means when you update any website, any Facebook link, and if you click as a submit, it should be redirected to our same page, and into the same page area in our value. That means in particular, this all that input field value will be visible. Okay, that means it should be display all that our updated data value. So if you want to display it, it should be just like that same. That means again, it should be display our current user all that value data. Okay, so I just simply update it, and then that is our render. And also from here I passed that our form, I have already passed it, so here we don't need to do anything. So what exactly I did on here, like I show you, if you now click as a save all, I click as a save all. So now I want to check our server is totally running. So now I want to update it, like I refresh this page. And now here if you want to update, so here one things, like if you want to update, it automatically will be updated, right? And here right now if you want to update it, that means if you want to update that your date of birth, if you want to put some of the website, if you want to put some of the Facebook, and after that if you click as a submit, it automatically will be updated. But here one things, like that is our profile picture, right? So into the profile picture here I want to do, it should be display some of the default image first, and after that if this image that means this user want to update that image, then he can update it. So that will be just like our blog project. So better first of all I want to do that work, then I will check it, then I will show you how our all that current user data actually work. Okay, so that means that is our instant user and that will be our current user. That means if you now updated it, automatically it should be updated with our this like that way. So I show you, first of all I want to actually complete our this portion. That means here I want to load one of the default image. So if you want to load it, if you go to your exercise folder, into the exercise folder I have already loaded one of the download.jpg. so better I copy it. So if you go to our project, into the project, in our media, I have already created one of the folder as a profile picture, right? So that is for our, if you go to our model, into the model, here you can see I have already put some of the our field as our profile picture, and that will be as an image field. It should be uploaded to our profile pictures, right? That means automatically it should be saved all that our profile pictures, in particular this folder. So better I want to add some of the default image. So for doing this, that is our Django project, that is our social media project, and then go to our media, and that is our profile pictures. So here I paste it. So that will be our default image as a download.jpg. So now if you go, and that is our project file, if you go open it, you can see it's now perfectly display our this download.jpg. So I want to visible it. I want to visible it in our this menu area. Okay, so that is our navbar. So that is our navbar file we have to do. We have to go to our navbar. That means that is our template. Into the template, that is our navbar.html. So that is our home. That is our logout. Better I want to take another one. I take another one. So better I put a little bit in our dev side. Okay, so here, so that will be our image. So right now here we don't need to put any link. I make it as a now clean, and here it should be one of the image tag. I take one of the image, that will be as a image tag. Okay, so better here I name it as image. That will be as one of the image tag, and into the image tag area I have to put some of the condition. Because of all, here it should be displayed two different way. When this user don't have any profile image, it should be displayed by default image, right? And also after that, when this user will upload this folder, that means updated this profile picture, then our new profile picture will be updated. So for the reasons here we have to display one of this condition. That means here, that is our li. So here I want to put that condition. Okay, I want to put that condition. It should be better not here. I want to put that condition in our area, that means inside that li. Okay, so here I want to put that condition, one of the if condition. If you go to our user, that means I have set up our this profile in our model, right? That means in our app logging, that is our model. So the app logging model, that is our profile picture. So if you want to access it, we have to access it with our user, and also I have created that relation name with our user model, with that is our user profile, right? So with this user profile we have to access our this profile picture. So I show you, like I put it as a user, that means the user, and with this user, then our relation name I have declared it with our user profile. So with this user profile I want to access our this field, that means our database field. Our database field is a profile picture, right? So now I want to access it. I hope it's very much clear to you, friends. So user, and with this user, that is our relation name, and that is our field name. So when it should be get any image, then it should be display our this dynamic image, and else I want to make another condition. It should be as a else. Okay, it should be as a else it should be display another one. That means it should be display our default one. And then we have to AND it. That means we have to AND our if condition. Okay, friends, so if this user have any image in our this profile picture area, then it should be display our dynamic image, else it should be display our default one. So into the default one area, I have already load, that means in our profiles, that is our download.jpg. So here I want to load our default one. I want to put that link. So here we don't need our alter tag. I want to do in our image tag area, it should be display in our media, right? That will be as a media, and then our profile. Okay, right, that is will be our profile underscore pieces, that is our folder name, and then that will be as a download.jpg. So it should be display our this default image. So here I put that link, so that will be our default image. Right, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. And else when this user updated, that means when this user have already some of the image, then our dynamic image will be visible. So here it should be display our dynamic image. So it should be display our dynamic image. That means that with the media, with this media, and then here it should be display our same. It should be display in our user. If you go to our model, so you have to go redirected to user, and then user profile, and then our field name, right? So into the field area, our all that file is added. So now I want to add the same thing, that means user, and then our user profile and the profile picture. So that will be as a user, and then actually same. Okay, it should be same. Then our user profile, and the profile picture. Okay, friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that is our default one, and then that is our database, that means database image. So here I want to put some of the wide height for this image, rather than because of our neighbor is very small size, so I put on the wide. Okay, that means the wide, and into the wide area I want to make that as a 30 pixel. I make it as a 30 pixel, 30 pixel, and also I put one of the height will be as a 30 pixel. Okay, it should be also as a 30 pixel. And also for the default one, I also want to do the same. That means here I want to put some of the white height for our default image as a 30 pixel and the 30 pixel. Perfect. So that's all you have to do. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, so right now for this user don't have any image, right? For this user don't have any image because of all I didn't update any image. Now if you click as a refresh, yes, you can see, friend, it's now perfectly visible our default image. So that is the things I added. So that is the things I have added. That means when this our user in our profile area don't have any images, then it should be display our else option. Into the else, it should be display our this default image, right? So that is our default image, and when this user will be updated our new image, then our database image will be visible. So you can see it's now perfectly now visible our default image on here. And also into the Bootstrap, they have another class, as I told you before, there is another class as a rounded circle. So now I want to add this class because of right now we are using that Bootstrap. So after this, okay, after this I put on the class. I put on the class, and this class will be as a rounded. Okay, rounded, and then circle. Rounded circle. So now that is a class. That's class I also want to add for our default one. So that will be our default one, right? So that will be our database one, and that is our default one. So for the default one, I also add that wide, height, and then our rounded class. Click as a save all, and now if you, yes, you can see it's now actually looking great. So that is our rounded circle. So friend, that is our default image, right? So right now I'm already logging. So right now I want to update our image. That means the profile image and all that field. Now I want to update. So if you want to update it, like here I choose one of the picture. Now in our desktop, right now I want to actually use this one. Okay, so I want to choose this one, click as a open. So that will be our new image. And also I want to add our date of birth. So for education purpose, I want to use this type of another date of birth, and also want to use some of the website and then our Facebook. So friend, as I told you right now, what actually it should be do, like if you go to our view, so into the view here, you can see there is an instance current user. That means this user already, if this have any data, like I click as a submit. Yes, you can see friend, now our new image is updated. That means I have already declared that part in our navbar. So into the navbar, you can see I declared that part. That means if this user have any profile in our into this database profile picture field, then automatically it will be display our this dynamic picture. So right now you can see it's now showing our dynamic picture, and also our DB is updated and also it's selected, and then our website is updated and then it's selected, and also same as our Facebook, right? That means that is selected. Because of all here, now it should be very much clear to you. So now you can see I added as a when our this commit, that means when our this form data will be submitted, that means when it should be as a true, then automatically it should be display our this instance current user data. So now you can see everything is selected. Okay friends, so now I think it's very much clear to you. For the reasons here, I have added as the instance current user data will be visible. So our current user data is visible, right? So before, as I told you before, also I is showing our current, that means instance current user data. That means right now if you go to your home, and from here if you go to our again this accounts, that means that is our accounts, that is our accounts edit. So when it should be redirected to our accounts edit, now you can see that means right now actually is getting our this instance current user data. So that is our this instance current user data is visible, right? So now if you want to update, like here, if you want to update anything, if you want to update your Facebook, and then if you click as a submit, now you can see it's now again updated. So again updated, and also it's now visible with our updated value. So for the reasons here, I name it. That means when again it should be updated, then it should be display again our this instance current user data. So you can see it's now perfectly visible our current user data. So friend, I hope it should be very much clear to you what exactly the things I did in our this function area. So now everything is great. So now you can update your profile from to this position. I hope you enjoyed very much. So that's how you can update your profile, and also updated our profile image. In our next video, I want to create some of the table for our post. That means that is our, right now we have successfully complete. So that is our another application as app post. So into the app post, that is a model. So now I want to create some of the table for our this social media post. So how we can do that work in our next video. I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.